Hi everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thank you for watching my tutorial today. I'm going to be showing you how to use the foil technique. I've got one that I may use the heat gun. I'm not sure. I'm still actually making these. I've just decided to start filming. So I was inspired by Jennifer Maguire. She recently shared a tutorial on how to use foils with no heat. No machine, and it reminded me about my foils that I've got that have been sat in my drawer kind of doing nothing. So I thought I would spend a lovely afternoon with a good movie, and I've made lots of cards. So I'm going to show you all the techniques. So this one here is with this lovely wood veneer that I've heat embossed, and then this background is all done with double-sided tape and foils. You can see there it gives you a beautiful, lovely card. This one here, I love this sentiment. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. And all these are all with foils. And I just used a glitter sheet as the border there. This one, I just love the finish of it. So these are the Hobby Base rose dies, which I've slowly fallen more and more in love with. And I've used three different foils. So you see there's bits of gold mixed in there. So there's the gold and the pink, gunmetal, and then more gold in the stem. And then I've just used that love dye to match the border. This one here, real different kind of colours for me these, but I thought I'd give it a go. Completely different look, but again I just love that foil on the background. This one here, this is using the stencil and the heat gun. Do you know what, I prefer the finish and the results you get using the double-sided tape than what you get with the sticky embossing glue, which is what is this one. This one's another really good one, just all gold, and I've done that as an eclipse card. So it's really catching on the light there, and you can see that that's raised up there. Just really fun. And then this one, another little Valentine's inspired one. Really simple, but you can see there the hearts. And you do get this kind of mottled effect, a bit like aged, like vintage glass mirrors, which again, it appeals to me. I just think that's really nice. Yeah, and it's really inexpensive and fun to do. Anybody can do this. So they're the cards I've done today, which is good because it's filled up my stash. So I'll be making lots of envelopes tomorrow. So today I'm going to show you, or now I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a whole background. So what I've been using, just get this so it doesn't all fall off. So I've been using for, when I do the kind of patterned striped background, so this one here, I've just been using this roll of double-sided tape. Mine is by Scotch. Again, I'll share links to that. I love this. It's what I use in all my tutorials, along with the wet glue. And basically I just kind of put that all across on my matte piece of card. So that's using the double-sided tape, but you also get really good results using the double-sided sticky sheets. So let me just remove one from the sheet here, the pack. This one's by Stick To Anything. Again, I'll share the links to that company. I really like their ones, and they're made in Britain, so it's always good. And let me just, so you remove the backing, and what you want to do when you remove it is don't take it all off. You can save every single piece of this. So as you lift it, I've got the sticky, this is the sticky side. I'm going to lie my matte, the side that you want, face it down on the sticky, and then cover it back up, and then all you want to do is just cut around that. So that means you're not wasting any of these sheets. And if you want to use all this card, you could then obviously cut off the bit that you wanted and keep that as well, because that's double-sided card now that you've got to use. Sticky card, sorry. Okay, there we go. So grab, sorry, I've got loads of stuff piled up on one side. I haven't got my bone tool, I've left it on my desk, but basically just go over, just make sure it's all stuck down. Okay, so that's all now stuck to the card, and then you can peel off, just find the end there, and just peel off the top piece. Now what I would say is maybe do it in stages. If you know the design you want to do, then don't peel all the backing off at once. Just do it in stages, because one thing you need to be careful of with the foil is don't let the, I'll tell you, it'll make more sense in a minute, but don't let the, once the foil's stuck, you'll have clear left on your rolls, don't let that clear hit this sticky, because it's a bugger to get off. So it's just easier if you do it bit by bit. So I don't actually have an idea of a pattern in mind. I want to do a bit of a kind of mishmash. So because I'm going to be using lots of little bits, I'm going to cut off just little sections of my foils. So the foils I've got here are a range really. These all on the tubes are from The Works in the UK. Very inexpensive but work brilliantly. And then I've also got some from Wow, and at the bottom here I've got a pack of ones from We Are Memory Keepers, and they all work. So there's a variety there, and I'll be using a bit of all of them. But this is just one of those ones off the roll. And what you want to do is always place it down with the colour facing up. I know it seems a bit bizarre, but basically this will, once this sticks, it rips it off of this clear backing that's on the top. So for example, let's just whack this here, stick it all down, and then all you need to do is rub it with your finger, and you will see it kind of lift. It's just like rub-ons when you're rubbing on those transfers and they start to lift off of the actual, it's the same as that. However, they don't always, like this one isn't really doing that, but that doesn't mean it hasn't stuck. So just test a bit in the corner, and look, I can see straight away it just peels straight off, like so. Now remember I said don't get that clear, that's why it really does stick solid to your tape or whatever's on there. So you just want to make sure that you know, you can still use this, but I would then go right the way down here. So for example, go right up there so I can get all that colour off and not waste any of this, like so. So I'm going to do, actually I'm going to do a bit, let's do quite an abstract style. So I'm going to lay that back down again. And this is just to basically stop any accidents happening. You know, you don't want to end up ruining all your hard work. So I'm going to go, let's go right over to this corner here. I'm going to stick this, again making sure I don't get any of the clear. I can always trim this better again on my trimmer, just a little bit there in the corner. Just got away with that. Okay, so that's the red done. Then I'm going to use, and if you do have bits left over, keep them. Keep like a little scrap drawer for your, let's put some silver. Do a little bit of silver here, cut a bit of this off. So I'm just going to go over this whole thing until all that sticky double-sided sheet is covered with whatever foil it is. So let's go down there, and it will only stick to where the sticky is. So you can see it's not adhering to the red at all. It's just going to where that sticky tape is. So again, I peel it off, and that's leaving quite a good effect actually. So again, I'm going to use that bit up there, and another bit down here. You can see it's really quick. You can make some really quick cards doing this. Now let's use some, I've got this really quite cool blue. So I'm going to go along now and just cover this whole sheet. Okay, so I'm just putting the last bit in the middle there, the green, and I absolutely adore this background. It's turned out really well. I mean, you couldn't get this in any other way. So that's it all done. I'll lift it up in a second, but I just wanted to say that if you've got any bits, maybe they didn't stick properly, just you can dab it over, but always make sure you've got the colour there. You don't want to be doing it with that, obviously, because there's none on there. So just make sure, and you can just rub over it, just kind of pick bits up with the colours that you've done. I can go over there. Now also, another thing you can do is if you feel over it and you can feel anything sticky, what you can do is just grab your anti-static powder, your embossing buddy, and just rub over it, and it will just adhere to any of the tiny little bits that may still be sticky, and it just means whoever you're giving it to, the recipient, and that won't have obviously anything sticky on their hands. But that's another good way as well. So I'm just going to lift this one up. It's got a little bit on the edge there, but look at that. A really cool, fun background. So now that can be kept as a full background and then mounted on your card with a nice sentiment on it, or you can die cut it. So I will show the finished card at the end of the tutorial, but that's one way. So there's like the stripes and then the pattern, all the same colours. They're brilliant. And I've used all different ones here. So this is the cheaper brand. This is the Wow. Where was the one I used from? I think that one blew off on the floor. I've used the ones from We Are Memory Keepers, and there's not much in it, to be honest. I don't think they're that different at all. So that's that one. So now I'm going to show you using the double-sided tape roll. So I've got that one there. Let me just grab a base. This is one that I've got here. And basically all you want to do is any pattern you want. You might want to do a couple of stripes just on the left-hand side. You may want to do stripes along the top and on the bottom. You might want to do a border on all four. You might want to do the diagonal that I've got there, just going all the way down. You might want to do them going all the way up in a straight line. There's just so many different ways that you can do this. So let's do, I'm going to do another, let's see, I'm going to do another one that's on an angle. So basically you just want to make sure that you get a really nice, no, that's what I've done first. Do the middle first. So go from that corner all the way down to that corner, and then you know that you'll get an equal space on each side. You'll get the same amount. So you just want to do one strip right down through the middle, and then you can leave a gap. I know Jennifer Maguire, she left a white gap, but I've gone right up and I actually like going really close. So I'm just literally hovering it until it's right next to it. Stick that down. And just do that until your whole piece is covered. Okay, so that now is all completely covered. Again, it's on this mat, so it's easy to peel off. So just make sure you're doing it on something that's peelable, the silicone mats, things like that. You don't want to do it on any other paper. And then you just want to start either end, or you might, if you've got a set kind of pattern. So maybe I will do, let's stick to, I'm going to do two different kind of blues. So I'm going to do this as more of a masculine card. So with the stripes, I'm just going to take off the very end one there, so it's a tiny one, that one, but I'm going to do the strips quite long because obviously they're going to stretch down. That end's missing a few little bits, so it's probably from another project, so I'll just cut that off. So that very end one, just need to pop it, no, I use this bit here because it's smaller, just pop it on the end, rub it over, and then that will stick down. I didn't go right up to the edge there. Right, start on the next one. And again, cut off a longer piece. And then just lay that. I'm going to start right at the edge, just so I'm using as much of this as possible. Get that one off. Back to the blue again. I'll use this one now. And just keep doing that, but just take one off at a time. Don't take them all off, because again, you run the risk of ruining your time spent sticking it all down. Okay, so I'll just peel that off. I'll just need to trim it, but there's another nice, really fun background. And again, I'll show you the final card when I finish that one. That's really cool. It's playing Doing crazy things with my eyes, that one is. So that's that one. So again, two really radical, that's the thing, I mean, these are foils, they're shiny, they're quite out there. So what should I do next? Let's do the heat embossing. I'm just going to clear this off. Okay, so I've just got some copy paper, my mat that I'm going to use for my card, and then I've chosen this honeycomb stencil. These are, I've used these before and I'll feature those little tutorials. I'll put a little icon up now, but I've got an idea to use the hobby-based bumblebee dies with this honeycomb and do quite a fun card with it. So this one, you just sit it over. It doesn't quite, I'll probably do this as a 5x5 card actually. Maybe, no, because the mats, I might be able to do 6x6. Sorry, talking to myself there. Okay, so that's in place. Then we just need, where did I put my masking washi tape? And you just want to stick down the card just a little bit. I'm just putting it right up to the edge there, just so it doesn't really move underneath that stencil. That'll be enough. Okay, then get your embossing buddy, your anti-static, and again, just wipe over that card just to remove any grease. We're going to be covering all of this. It doesn't matter too much, but it does just help still. And then just lie that over the top, and I'm just lining it up with the bottom of the mat of the card underneath. And then again, just pop a couple of bits of washi on either side, like so. This is just to stop it really moving around. That's all. All we're doing now is we're going to ink over this with our Versamarks. This is the watermark pad. And this is what then our sticky embossing powder will be added to, which is our powdered glue, basically. And then we will add the foil onto that. So I'm just going over and just really making sure that that is covered. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'll just peel off the stencil carefully. Yeah, I can see already, I'm not sure if it's picking up. Oh yeah, it is in the camera. You can just see where it's obviously stuck to the card, so I'm really pleased with that. Got nice coverage. And then just carefully take off the washi tape there. Okay, so then I'm using the so this is the Ranger Sticky Embossing Powder. So I just grab that. I'm just literally going to pour it all over. I can hold one of the ends because I can see it's not gone right to the edge. And you'll see it all stick. And this will dry clear. So it goes on there like a snow. It looks like snow. And then it will, like I said, it will dry clear once we add our heat to it. So I'm happy that that's all covered. Pop that one there. And then just pour this back in. Okay, so then you just want to get your heat gun and just spend some time, and I'll try and pick it up in the camera. Make sure it gets nice and hot. That's the key thing when you do any embossing. You want this to be very, very hot. So I'm just kind of putting my hand over it until I know like it's unbearable. So be very, very careful. And basically just start off, just working down at the bottom there. Circular motions, and straight away I can see, you can see it's changing in the video. So although it's clear, it is easy to manage and see what you're doing. So take care of your fingers, and already I can feel it sticky. Probably blowing all my foils off my desk. Okay, so there we go. So like I said, this is just a powdered glue when it goes on, and then when you melt it, it forms a glue. So now when you touch that, it's sticky. Okay, so that's all in place. So now I'm going to use gold on this because it's a honeycomb theme. I'm going to use a different one. I've got this one here, which has got kind of a shimmer through it. Picking up there, yeah, really nice. So just prepare 2 bits here. Now, it doesn't matter that it doesn't all cover it, because you still actually get, I didn't cover that whole thanks one, that one I showed you earlier, because obviously this these are only, I think, about 3-inch wide rolls. You can get bigger sheets. These ones here, the We Are Memory Keepers ones, they're bigger ones as well. So, but I'm showing you ways that you can still do it with these ones. And basically, you just want to sit it over the top. You don't want this to go so cold. You want it to still be warm to touch. And you don't want to use a bone folder. I wouldn't encourage a bone folder or anything like that on it, not until it's really, really hard. And you just want to start rubbing, and you will see again, it's like I said before, it's kind of like that, the rub-ons. So once it starts moving off the top, like that, yeah, I can see, can you see already it's starting to take? Just keep working over that until that's all stuck down. So there you have it. And if there's any slight little imperfections, then that's fine. It's you know, it's the honeycomb design. It's not meant to be completely perfect. And again, I'm just going to rub my anti-static over it, and it just gets rid of any other little bits that you just can't get to. And it still keeps its shine. So that's that one there. So I think I've kind of shown you, I mean, this one you can just do these in any direction you want, and then obviously die cut. I've done this one as well, which I didn't show. This is something I've done before, just a strip of the pink and the red, and I'm going to die cut more hearts all the way up this and do a card with that. So I'll show you that one. I'll show you the card for that one, this one, and also I think that's my favourite. So there you have it. There's 4 that I've shown you, one with the heat and using a stencil, and the others just using just normal double-sided tape. And I really love, I think these are my favourites. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I've had lots of fun, lots of mess. Now I need to tidy it all up. But I hope you've enjoyed watching the tutorial. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed today, and subscribe to my channel to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye.